Hello, welcome. I just totally, I guess, is jerry-rigged what they call it? I just got my phone set up on a on a watering can against a chair in this my neighbor's like abandoned. Ew. Oh my god. It was completely peaceful until just now. Go off. You got something to say? Go off. Okay, Queen. You got something to say. That's actually exactly why I'm making this video right now. Because it's time. It's time for you to take that step. It's time for you to sing your heart out. It's time for you to yell, speak your truth, say it loud, say it again, say it again. Is that all? Okay, she's leaving now. Kind of. Anyway, it's gonna come out of nowhere too. This like random urge to do something that you don't normally do. Or to do something that you've done before many times, but all of a sudden it's gonna happen in a new way. And what was coming through before I started the video is this statement of our capacity to receive is what sets us free. So your capacity to receive is what sets you free. And only you can set you free. Because you already are free. You just have to give yourself permission. And it's sort of like coming through as this lightning bolt moment. This lightning bolt of inspiration, excitement, or you're just in a flow state and all of a sudden, boom. What? That's never happened before. What? The brain tries to understand. It's not supposed to make sense. It's not ever gonna make sense. And I keep seeing all this incredible, like, turmoil and anger and tension that's being created in the collective of like, let's stop consuming and let's start creating. We are creators. Everything is creative energy. We're meant to be creating all the time. Hold on, I'm looking at some really cool stuff. Hold on.
2,000 years later.
Look at this. This is one big giant piece. Hold on, you can't even see it. Look at this. Y'all, I'll tell you one thing. A good stick hates to see me coming. Or maybe they love it. Look at this. See, maybe you see trash, but I see treasure. Like, think of all the things that can be made with this. And you know what? That was freaking delightful. That was magical for me. So, blessings are coming through. Be ready for that. It's literally everywhere you look, but you have to be looking for it. And the thing is I've been collecting sticks and random nature items for a very long time. And you don't have to do it for a long time, but what I'm saying is it's a muscle. And I have a feeling you've already built that muscle up. I have a feeling you've been lifting. So, keep your eyes peeled. Be on the lookout for blessings at all times because they're coming. And you're so abundant. And yeah, I'm feeling really abundant right now. I'm really excited about these sticks. How crazy is it? I was literally saying that your capacity, I saw 111 just now, your capacity to receive is everything. And I feel like something that people don't talk about when they talk about these, like, I mean, some people do. People, such a generalized word. I have witnessed people in the spiritual spaces having conversations about expanding your nervous system's capacity to receive. And I feel like that is really important right now. That all of the work that you've been doing, all of the love and the intention that you've been putting into slowly healing and expanding, and I say slow because it's not slow as in like a linear fast or slow kind of way, but it's your perfect pace. But sometimes it takes time. Yeah, you've been doing a really good job. It's not about doing, though. It's about softening and opening and receiving. And there's literally no way that you could miss out. Like, there's no actual possible way that what you are meant to receive, you won't receive. Maybe you might like resist it a little bit more than you need to, and that causes like a little bit of unnecessary suffering, but you actually, you're destined for greatness. You're unstoppable. 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 In order to expand that capacity, you need more silence. And I don't mean you need to sit for an hour a day right now in total silence. That would rock. But I'm talking about in between moments, in between doing, in between thinking, especially thinking, because we're always thinking. The brain's always go, 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 going, and you can't stop it. The brain is unstoppable. There's value in waiting, in giving yourself a couple of extra seconds, giving your nervous system a couple extra seconds just to catch up. You don't have to sound like you know everything to be taken seriously. You don't have to talk in perfect grammar to sound intelligent. You don't have to be able to do a skill at a master level in order to enjoy it, to enjoy doing something that you like doing. And that's a really big part of this message. I can feel that. Maybe you have all these hobbies or skills or things that you're learning about that excite you or ignite you. And ignite you, not or. And ignite. And there's a part of you that feels like, oh, well, I have to get better at this before I can actually fully like throw myself into it and create something that I'm proud of. And actually all you need to do is be proud of yourself right now. And whatever you create is beautiful and enough, and you're enough. And as long as you're doing it for you, it's always worth doing. It's always fulfilling. And there was a really long time where I felt like I had to do things my entire life actually for others, and maybe you relate to that. But the more that you reclaim yourself, reclaim your life, reclaim your peace and serenity, the easier it is to enjoy and delight in all of the moments, no matter what they hold. I think there's still some parts of me that sometimes think that I need to create something that someone else might enjoy. And something I've learned recently, and maybe you know the statistic. Is it a statistic? When we are with someone else, and I consider this being with someone else, honestly, because there's a camera present, so it's not just me. There is an observer. Even if I'm the only person who watches this, there are many parts of me witnessing. And it's up to me which one I listen to, of course. So I get to pick and choose, but still there's an observer happening. So anyway, in the presence of another, we're meant to be focused on 70%. 70%, oh my God. 70% of our focus is meant to be on our nervous system when we are communicating with others, when we are around others, period. And this is something I did not used to do. And I have a feeling you didn't either. I have a feeling most people don't. And here's the thing. I feel like that applies in everything. Well, when you're alone, 100% of your attention should be on you. And I guess 70% of that can be on your nervous system. And that's not to be like, oh, you should be like paying attention to every minute detail, every little thing. You should be body scanning. No. I didn't say hypervigilance. I didn't say picking yourself apart. I said attention, which means that you're bringing your awareness to it, loving awareness. And I realized recently that I think that my self-awareness was born from hypervigilance. And so I got to bridge that gap. It's about loving awareness, not, I got to get this right. I got to make sure I got to figure it out. From the head to the heart. Okay. Oh, everything's actually awesome. So yeah, everything's awesome. Here's something that's awesome. That's awesome. Can you see it? Oh. Another awesome thing. My cat. Literally everything's awesome. The point is, if you're not having fun, stop doing it. There's literally no reason for you to do it if you're not having a good time. I'm not saying don't go to work if you aren't like, laughing and playing the whole time. I understand. I understand life has a balance of responsibility, has a balance of highs and lows. But what I'm saying is that when you feel called to something, you're called to it because of a lightness, because of an excitement, because of an expansion. And if you're doing something where every single day your life force is being sucked out of you, whether it's a relationship, a job, an activity that you're doing, a thought loop that you're finding yourself caught in, you have the power to say no. And you've said no to a lot of things that don't serve you. That's why you're here right now. That's why you're at this point right now, where you're able to find bliss in moments you didn't know you were able to do that. I'm saying this because whoever I'm connecting to, we're vibing. So, yeah, stop doing it. Not in a like, you need to do something about it right this second kind of way, but in like a, hey, your higher self loves you and they're telling you it's time. It's time to let it go. The only way for you to step through that portal is to make a new choice. And maybe that choice is literally, I'm not going to eat this because it hurts my tummy. Tonight, I'm going to eat this instead. Oh, but it tastes so good, but it hurts your tummy. I'm not saying never eat it again, but make a higher choice. Just a little one, or maybe a really big one. Sometimes it looks like setting a 30-minute timer and laying down and shutting your eyes and saying no stimulation for 30 minutes. And when I say no stimulation, I mean no external stimulation, because you better believe the brain is going. It's going. It's a runaway train. There's so much I could say, but I feel like you need some silence. So, obviously, you know what's best for you. So, if that doesn't feel good to you, you say no. If it's not light and expansive, if it doesn't resonate with you, if you're like, I don't freaking know this person and I don't know why they're telling me what to do. Okay. Yes. Okay. Queen. You know what's best for you. But I have this feeling that there's like a slight overstimulation in the field. And maybe it's just for me. But you know what? I'm going to look out for both of us right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and open the invitation and say, let's take some silence together. When you learn to love silence, sometimes you never want it to end. And if you feel like you need more, take it. There's actually not really any silence. There's always sound happening. Look, it's a heart. Anyway, yeah, so that was really nice and I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. Last thing, you're not going to find the answer in anything or anyone else. Yeah, I know you heard it a million times. Yeah, I know. You're only going to find reflections in other people and other things. And reflections are great. They're awesome and they teach us so much and we need them in order to get closer to ourselves. It's not either or, it's yes and, it's both. But ultimately, the juice, the goodies, you got the goods. You got the goods. And it's so juicy and delicious. Oh, it is just waiting for you. It's just waiting to be discovered. It's all about having fun. That's just all it is. It's all about having fun. If you're not having fun, don't do it. I wouldn't make this video if it wasn't fun. I wanted to make videos for so many years. And every time I had the thought, immediately my fear would hold me back. Every time I had the thought, or anytime I'd try to do it, it was like, well, this is just not flowing. And it takes practice. And so the fact that the want was there in the first place was a really great sign because it was pointing me in a direction. I was like, okay, there's something here. But I had to heal. I had to live before I could get to this point. And you're healing and you're living. And you're still feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be. And maybe it's only just like a small part of you that believes that. And I'm telling you right now, you have to give yourself permission to believe that you are enough, and it's going to happen regardless. You don't have to push for it. You just allow it. Just allow yourself to enjoy the moment to moment, and all of a sudden, boom, everything's delightful. You're delightful. You're so delightful. Stop thinking about if other people find you delightful, though, because I find you delightful. But that's not why you should find yourself delightful. It doesn't matter what I think. You're literally the perfect combination of everything to make you perfectly you. And only you can bring forth what you can bring forth. And no one else is going to do it for you. And that's not to push. That's not to push. That's to empower. That's to say that it's going to happen. There's a mourning dove. I hope you can hear that. I haven't seen a mourning dove in a little bit. Hopefully that's important for someone. Maybe you're mourning something right now. Oh, I know I am. That grief is meant to turn into something brand new. That grief, there is a gem in there waiting to be excavated. There are 3 birds now. Oh my God. There are messengers. Whatever it is that you are walking through, this portal, it's a grief portal. Whether you're grieving a person, a place, a thing, a version of yourself, an idea of what something was supposed to be like, whatever it is for you, that's where the magic lives. It also lives in everything. It lives in this Papa John's pen. There's magic in here. Don't ask me why. It just is. You gotta give yourself the opportunity to sit with the shit that you find ugly. Your grief is actually really beautiful. Your grief is not ugly. Your grief is not something to be avoided. Your grief is not something that comes and goes. Like seasons. Fergalicious. And yeah. My body stay vicious. I be up in the gym just working on my fitness. He's my witness. Okay. You better work, but just know that, like, no matter what you do, no matter how great your butt looks after you work out, your grief is still there for you, and it's gotta be transmuted, and it's gotta be done in a way that is like a magic spell. And sometimes that looks like writing a letter to a version of yourself or to a person and not give it to them, because no one owes you closure. You give that to yourself. But maybe you gotta write a song. Maybe you gotta make a YouTube video. Maybe you gotta write a short story. Maybe you just have to cry a lot. Talk to somebody. But the way that you do it is magic. Don't do it in a way that somebody else is gonna do it just because they said it's the right way to do it. The whole point of this message is to empower you. I'm gonna show you something real quick. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe you gotta scribble. You gotta just scribble, get it out. And maybe you don't like it, and then all of a sudden, boom, you make something that blows your socks off. You say, oh my God, that wasn't me, that was God. God did that. It wasn't you. It was the part of you that's connected to something greater, and I don't make the rules. So let go, soften, open to receive, believe in yourself, know that you are all powerful and that you can do literally anything. And then it's all about you seeing the beauty. That's all that matters, is you have to be able to enjoy every single moment regardless of what's happening. That's your power. Your power is in where you choose to put your attention and how you choose to feel moment to moment. And good thing you're really good at that. Good thing that you're actually so good at it. Because guess what? It's your true nature. Guess what? It's actually how you were made to be. But yeah, they don't teach you how to do that, do they? They didn't teach me. Did they teach you? If they taught you how to do that, congratulations. You're ahead of everybody else. And I'm not saying that in like a you're better than everyone. I'm just saying like you're probably feeling a lot better than a lot of people, just in general. In your body, in life, even if you've been through a lot. And I feel pretty confident that you have been through a lot. So, yeah. See, I was born to play the rubber band. How would I have ever figured that out if I didn't sit down and stop looking at my goddamn phone for a second? I guess I'm looking at my phone, but you know what I mean? I'm not like scrolling through other people's stuff. Stop consuming, start creating. You've got this, you've got this, you've got this. I love you, I believe in you. But more importantly, believe in yourself. And this is me, a reflection of you, believing in you because you believe in yourself. And good job, okay? Bye.